A farmer left his wife for 25 years. But he returned. He was shocked. Once upon a time, in a quaint countryside village nestled between rolling hills and lush greenery, there lived a farmer named Thomas. He was known throughout the village for his hard work and dedication to his fields. However, his love for farming came at a cost. He often neglected his wife Sarah to tend to his crops and livestock. One fateful day, Thomas received an irresistible offer to work on a large farm in a distant land. Eager for new opportunities, he bid farewell to Sarah, promising to return soon. Little did they know, soon would turn into a quarter of a century. Sarah, heartbroken but resilient, carried on with her life, managing the farm and raising their children. As the years passed, she often wondered if Thomas would ever return. But as time went by, hope waned, and she resigned herself to the reality of life without him. 25 years later, on a crisp autumn morning, a weary traveler appeared at the village gates. His face weathered by time and hardships, his eyes filled with a mixture of longing and apprehension. It was none other than Thomas, returning to the place he once called home. As he walked through the familiar cobblestone streets, Thomas couldn't shake the feeling of trepidation. Would Sarah still be waiting for him? Would she even recognize him after all these years? Finally, he reached the farmhouse he had left behind so long ago. With trembling hands, he pushed open the creaky wooden door. And there she was, Sarah, her once raven-black hair now streaked with silver, her eyes filled with a mixture of disbelief and joy. For a moment, neither of them spoke. The weight of the years apart hung heavy in the air. Then, like a dam breaking, emotions flooded forth. Tears streamed down Sarah's cheeks as she embraced Thomas, holding him tightly as if afraid he might vanish once more. Thomas was overwhelmed by the depth of her love and forgiveness. He had expected reproach, anger, perhaps even indifference, but instead he found acceptance and warmth. As they sat by the fireplace, reminiscing about the years gone by, Thomas realized the true meaning of home. It wasn't just the land he tilled or the crops he nurtured. It was the love and companionship of the woman who had stood by him through thick and thin. In that moment, Thomas vowed to never again take her for granted. He understood that some things, like love and loyalty, were more precious than any harvest. And as they watched the sunset together, hand in hand, they knew that no amount of time or distance could ever break the bond they shared.